Hello and welcome back to Apt for You. In this particular video, we are going to discuss a new problem from bit manipulation, right? And the name of the problem is basically we need to check given a number whether it is power of 2 or not, right? So, which means that suppose if I enter a number 4, and we know that 4 is the power of 2. If I enter a number 16, it is also a power of 2. And if I enter a number 19, it is no longer a power of 2, and hence it should be returning false, right? So that is what we basically have to do in this particular problem, wherein we need to check whether a number is a power of 2 or not. And what we are going to do is basically we are going to use the bit manipulation technique for finding this. So first of all, let us understand what is the concept behind this. So now just take a number. Suppose let me take 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. Now suppose you take a number 4, n equal to 4. How will be 4 represented? 1, 0, 0, isn't it? And take a number 3. How will be 3 represented? 1, 1. And this will be nothing but 0, right? So remember, this is 4 and just below it you have 3. This is 4 and this is 3, right? Similarly, you take a number 16. How will 16 be represented? So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, right? You can see 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. How will 15 be represented? That is a number less than 1 less than the number n. 15 will be represented as 1, 1, 1, 1, and this is 0. I hope you're getting the point. So this is how 16 will be represented, and this is how 15 will be represented, right? This is how 4 is represented, and this is how a number less than 4, that is 1 less than 4, that is 3 is represented. So if you just observe that, okay, 4 is the power of 2, 16 is the power of 2. Similarly, if you take 32, it is also a power of 2, because 32 will be represented as 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you represent 31, a number 1 less than this n, then how will 31 be represented? Nothing but all bits will be 1, and here you will be 0. You can see 8 plus 4, 16 plus 8, 24, plus 4, 28, plus 2, 30, plus 1, 31. So all bits are 1, and this will be 0. So you see, same pattern is being actually followed throughout, because if you have n as the power of 2, you see what is the pattern. The pattern observed is that if n is a power of 2, then it will have 1 followed by zeros, right? And the number 1 less than the n will always be taking this format, 0 followed by 1s. You see here, this is the power of 2, so 1 followed by zeros, and the number less than that, 1 less than that, will have nothing but 0 followed by 1s. This number 4 is the power of 2, so 1 followed by 0, and the number 1 less than 4 is nothing but 3, and it has nothing but 0 followed by 1s. So how do we basically check whether this number n is a power of 2 or not? So what we will do is we will calculate n, we will take n, and we will take another value n minus 1. Okay, so we will take n and we will take n minus 1, and if we perform the bitwise AND operation between them, what we are performing? Bitwise AND. Okay, we are going to perform bitwise AND. So if you perform bitwise AND between them, what should be the result? The result should be 0. You can see 0, 0, 0, which concludes that, okay, this number is basically a square, or sorry, this number is basically a power of 2. Similarly, if you perform bitwise AND operation between these two numbers, what will you get? You will again get 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, which concludes that n is a power of 2. Same for this case, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, which concludes that this number n is a power of 2. So how do we check it? Take the number n, take the number n minus 1, perform bitwise AND between them, and you will conclude that if the value turns out to be 0, then it is basically a power of 2. So that is what we are going to code here. So we have received the number n as suppose 19, and we are going to say not cout, let us say we will write here. So if power of 2, which means if power of 2 returns 1, if power of 2 is true, then cout yes, otherwise cout no, right? And how will the power of 2 function operate? It will basically receive the value n, and it will say n is equal to n and n minus 1 done. And what will happen is basically, if we find that if n is now equal to 0, return 1 or true. Okay, return true, else return 0. So how is it operating basically is, you can see that I will take the number n, that is 19 suppose, and n and n minus 1 will be calculated and the value of n will be updated. So if n is the power of 2, then definitely n should be 0. You can see after updating the value of n should become 0. So if n becomes 0, which indicates it is the power of 2, and hence return 1. Returning 1 means this will become true and this will be printing yes. And if it is not equal to 0, then we will return 0, and returning 0 means false, it will print no, right? Simple. So let us just compile this code and run it. So the code is being compiled and you can see that what is being returned basically 19. They are saying a power of 2, so I think we are making a slight mistake maybe in returning the values. Let us check where is the mistake. So what we were doing is basically, alright, so if n is equal to 0 after updating, then we return 1, right? True. If okay, so if power of 2, you need to basically pass the value n, right? You need to pass the value n. This is the problem. So we should pass the value n, and now we should compile it. You can see the answer is no, because 19 is definitely not a power of 2. So the mistake was that we were not passing n here. Anyway, so next example, suppose I take 64. So definitely it is a power of 2, and hence the output should be yes. And you can see the output is basically yes. Yeah. So I hope you got the intuition how this particular problem actually works. So 64 is a power of 2. So that's all from this video. I hope this video was helpful. In case of any doubt, please feel free to put it out in the comment section, and just like, share and subscribe. Thank you.